It's time I went easy on you. This next riddle has been calibrated to offer a challenge comparable to a popular child's game. I call it Riddler Says. The rules are simple. Hit the switches that match the colors you see in the order in which you see them. Easy. Enjoy. Why didn't you fall for it? How did you know?
How did you know?
Of course. You can't read. I overestimated you yet again. Even so, it gets harder from here. From here. Come on, Batman! I could do this while reciting pi to 200,000 places! Backwards! The Dark Knight, the Caped Crusader, the world's greatest detective, stumped by a simple memory test. Wonderful. Wonderful! Now that we've established that you have a functional short-term memory, the real test begins. Real. You'll get there eventually, Batman. You just have to be more intelligent.
Get there eventually, Batman.
Intelligent. You'll get there eventually, Batman. You just have to be more intelligent.
Get there eventually, Batman.
Intelligent. You think you've won, Batman, but every riddle whittles away at your pitiful brain cell supply.
Pitiful.
I am puzzling you into oblivion. Here's your reward. Reward. dolts I hired must have failed to construct the riddle according to instructions.
I'm heading to GCPD to investigate the transmission sent on a SWAT channel from within the city.
Fingers crossed, sir, it sheds some light on Scarecrow's whereabouts. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm getting kind of tired of all this riding. The bat's here!
Great job, Batman. I thought we were dead for sure. Feels good to have something go our way.
I'll be honest, Batman. Didn't think I'd ever be grateful to breathe good old polluted Gotham air again. The city must have looked pretty messed up covered in that stuff. Once you see something like that, it stays with you forever. I'll be honest, Batman. Didn't think I'd ever be grateful to breathe good old polluted Gotham air again.
We could hear some kind of battle going on out there earlier. I'm guessing they came off worse. Driving that thing, I'm not surprised. At least in these streets, it's gonna seem like a cakewalk after this. You know, that's funny. Thinking about the future doesn't seem so crazy anymore.
With my hay fever, I'd normally be complaining about this much pollen in the air. But screw it. Ivy did it. She saved us. Hey, not taking anything away from you. You're still the man.
I know the toxin's cleared, but it ain't fun standing out here. We barely made it inside when the cloudburst went off. Hey, on the flip side, I guess releasing that stuff wiped out a few bad guys, huh? Won't hear me complaining.
I bet it's just killing those guys in the cells. They thought this whole thing was over. Not by a long shot. Great job, Batman. I thought we were dead for sure. Feels good to have something go our way.
That'll show Scarecrow. I'd like to see what he comes back with after that. To be honest, I'm kinda hoping he gives up. I gotta say, Cash kept his cool when the cloudburst went off. Kept us all together. If that guy is afraid, he certainly doesn't show it.
The chopper said they could see something down in the gas. Some kind of tank fight. You were tearing it up out there. The militia here knew something was up. You were fighting the leader, right? The Knight? I thought so.
Unless I'm missing something, Scarecrow ain't got his weapon. He lost his badass soldier. He's got nothing. He thought we were just gonna give up. He underestimated us, Batman. You mostly, but us too.
Good thing we got everyone inside before the toxin hit. You might not have had much to come back to otherwise. We can't give up. That's what they want. They want the world to see it's hopeless. Well, I don't believe that. There's always hope.
I'm glad Owens is better. He's still worried. They don't know if that stuff has done any long-term damage. You seen Ryder in the interview room? He's got some pretty interesting listening material. Doesn't sound like your typical Sunday service.
How many wars have you fought, Batman? This army knows how to survive. Do you? Our machines are still out there, stalking. They don't give in, Batman, ever.
We're not short of men willing to take you down, Batman. Everyone wants a piece.
For a while there, I thought that was it. The final nail in the coffin. You saved us. Ivy might not be human, but she showed her true colors tonight.
That felt good, rubbing their faces in it.
Don't stoop to their level. We're better than that.
Hey, we've been taking crap from them all night. They deserve it. Thanks, Batman. Clearing the toxin finally gave us a chance to stick it to those militia in the cells. It's been a long time coming.
Riddler's really got it in for you, you know. Seriously, I've never seen a guy so obsessed. He'll get you sooner or later, Pat. Either that or you'll drive him mad.
The fools in here actually think you're winning.
You can't keep us in here forever, Batman. We're getting out. Believe it.
You couldn't leave us alone, could you?
It's only money. What's your damn problem?
Stopping the Penguin don't mean nothing. Scarecrow's still out there. He's gonna take you out and set us all free.
That new suit don't look so new anymore, Batman. Looks like you're having some trouble. Take the night off. You know you wanna.
No car. Just me and you, Batman. Anytime you want.
Tape 25, October 30th.
How's the commissioner holding up? You think you could get me an interview? Too soon. How about in a couple of hours?
Cash went up top, said the city's looking back to normal. Apart from the tanks and stuff.
I think I'll leave it a while. Maybe an hour or two.
Yeah, you don't want to end up like Owens.
That's a big screw you to Scarecrow for the whole world to see. This is our city, not his.
Some of your men have picked up an encrypted message.
How did you... Stupid question. McAllister's back there in the comms room. It's got us all scratching our heads.
How many of his own men you think Scarecrow wiped out releasing that stuff?
That's the thing. He didn't. The gas uncovers your fears. Those goons wiped each other out.
Either way, shows you how much of a psycho he is.
What is with that freaking opera? My wife's got tickets to La Boheme. She can forget that.
Do we have to be in here with him looking at us? It's making me feel sick.
I saw those people out in the cells. The ones he changed. It's horrible. They'd be better off dead.
Watching him do that to those people? I can't get it out of my head.
Imagine the sickest nightmare you ever had, and you can't wake up. It just keeps pulling you under. Tell me it's over, Batman. Please. I don't think I can take much more. The others, they don't understand. They haven't seen what I have. The horror. Imagine the sickest nightmare you ever had, and you can't wake up. It just keeps pulling you under.
Owens freaked when the toxin hit. I thought he might relapse or something. We gotta make sure he doesn't get his hands on any weapons. I can't talk to him, Batman. I want to, but every time I try, I chicken out.
How's Vinny doing? He's resting up. He'll be okay. All of us are pretty damn lucky. Ain't that the truth? I'm just glad you got to everyone in time, Batman. Not that I could imagine Gotham losing any sleep over a few dead firefighters.
Stick one of those guys in a room with us and see how long he lasts.
Great seeing all the guys back together, Batman. We all made it.
It's all over now. The crew's back together. All that worry's gone. Thank you.
Shall be punished.
There is no God but man.
She did it, Batman. She saved us. I knew she would. Now everyone can see how special she is. I've written her a poem. You want to hear it?
He's a stand-up guy, old school. Guys like that don't betray their friends. They just don't.
The hell was the chief thinking? They said he did it for us. Hey, I never asked for that. I'd rather be without a job.
The chief ain't a bad person. He just did some messed up stuff. When everyone else turned their back on us, what choice did he have?
We got luck on our side tonight. Well, a little luck and mostly you.
We should be out there helping.
Seeing him behind bars like that made me feel sick. I worked under that guy for 10 years. He's like a brother.
It was good to get back and see the boys. Gives you hope when you know you're not the only one who made it.
That's him, Firefly.
Man, check it out. Looks like someone's been playing with matches. Badly.
Hope he rots in there.
I think he needs help. He's crazy.
That ain't no defense in my book. Crazy or not, he's paying for what he did.
Everything was going great. You rescue all the crew, and then we find out about the chief.
I'm sorry, Kirk, but this is the right place for you.
I only wanted to help people, and I've killed the one thing I ever loved.
It wasn't you that did those things. I believe you never meant to harm anyone.
But I did. Nothing can change that. I'm a freak, a monster. They should leave me to rot in here.
It just occurred to me. Kirky baby didn't have a choice, but you actually choose to be a flying rodent. It's genius.
Pig wants a hug. Pig wants to feel the nails in his chest.
You think you've saved this city, Batman? It will burn. All of it will burn. I am the instrument of God's vengeance. He hath bent me as a bow and unsheathed his sword. No one can escape his wrath.
I wanted to help. That was all. Things just got messed up. I lost sight of what matters.
Feeling lucky, Batman? What do you say we flip a coin? Heads, we walk free. Oh, now you want to talk? Well, I've got bugger all to say to you.
You sure that cell's secure, Batman? As much as the prisoners wouldn't object, I don't feel like being eaten today. God, I never got to see Croc up close like this. He's huge. You know, word of advice, it don't like cages. I didn't have no choice, Batman. It was my job. Principals don't put food in my kids' mouths. It's bad, I ain't denying it. But my family's all that matters to me. You sure that cell's secure, Batman? As much as the prisoners wouldn't object, I don't feel like being eaten today. I can't believe that used to be a man. I think I'd rather be dead than suffer that. Hey, thanks again for getting me out of the water, Batman. That was always my biggest fear, working in that place, crashing and being trapped. That and being torn to pieces during a prison riot. God, I never got to see Croc up close like this. He's huge.
Look, I never actually saw what the warden was doing, so you can't really blame me, you know?
I can't believe that used to be a man.
Look, what happened up there might be a little ethically questioned.
Hey, thanks again for getting me out of the water, Batman.
I walked the prisoners in and out of their cells. That was it. I wasn't being paid to ask questions. Thank your buddy for getting me back here. Didn't think I was getting off that airship. Don't think I'll be sorry to see the last of that thing. Look, I never actually saw what the warden was doing, so you can't really blame me, you know?
I ain't gonna feel guilty for a bunch of psychos. The other guy didn't make it. I wouldn't have either if you didn't show up. Look, what happened up there might be a little ethically questionable. But no one wants these guys walking around on the streets, huh?
Not sure it's too smart putting the warden next to Croc. Heck, by the sounds of what he's been up to, not too smart putting him in with those prisoners either. Fun watching him squirm, though. Don't worry, Batman. I'll make sure everyone behaves themselves. I knew Hatter turning himself in meant bad news. Just glad all the hostages are safe. I catch him looking at me every now and then, this sick smile on his face. Creep. He looks kind of pitiful just lying there. If I was in his shoes, I'd want someone to put me out of my misery. Isn't there anything we can do for him? Seems wrong just watching it happen like this. Good to see you, Batman. I think the others forget we're in here sometimes. On the craziness scale, I bet tonight's hitting a 10, huh?
Croc should be fairly sedate, Batman. We're pumping in tranquilizer gas to keep him calm. We should probably think about getting him some water, right? I think there's a hose out back. The cops Hatter took hostage are gonna be okay, Batman. Thanks to you. If that little creep calls me Alice one more time, I'm gonna flatten his hat. You did the right thing, Batman. I got no problem with someone living forever, but this guy has a seriously messed up view of the world. Makes you wonder, though, I mean, being that old, how does the mind cope with all that time, all those memories? It feels pretty hopeless around here sometimes, Batman. You remind us there's still hope. And, like, a way we can actually win. Just keep doing what you're doing out there, getting Gotham back.
I heard what those Iron Heights scum were up to. Experimenting on prisoners. Makes me ashamed to wear a uniform. Hell, I'd even feel sorry for Croc if he didn't keep talking about eating me. Eesh, God, that Hatter guy. I'm reading through the looking glass to my little girl at the moment. Think we might have to switch to something that won't give Daddy nightmares. He just sits there, giggling. So, that guy on the bed is Ra's al Ghul? Huh. It's weird seeing him like that. Isn't Ra's supposed to be a badass? I mean, he looks so frail. Would you believe it? I just got transferred today. I got a lot of catching up to do. So are you, like, allowed to be just walking around here? Of course you are. Sorry, sir.
My wonderland is but a dream away. Next time, Batman, I'll convince you to stay.
It's pretty cozy in here, Bat. You want to come join us?
You can't leave me in this cell, Batman. These men, they want to kill me. I look around.
was a siren, right? That's how he brainwashed us.
Tetch makes me sick. I can't even look at him.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what happened. It really messed with our heads back there.
Tea party's over, freak. Start talking.
As you can see, I'm balking. Bring me Batman or the Hatter is walking.
I give the orders here, not you.
And you'll have 3 dead cops by the time I'm through.
We'll see about that. Now quit with the rhyme.
Then let me talk to the Bat, and I'll confess my crimes. Sorry.
Talk, goddammit.
Now, officer, you mistake me for a snitch.
Where are they, you little son of a bitch?
That certainly scratched my itch.
Masks and 1 copy of Batman's Adventures in Wonderland. Used by Jervis Tetch, a.k.a. the Mad Hatter. Little Creep thought he could brainwash Batman into killing a cop. Bat went snicker-snack on his ass and glumped right out of here. 1 cryogenic chamber used by Nora Freeze, wife of Mr. Freeze. From what I understand, those 2 finally got a happily ever after tonight. Of a kind, anyway. Might just hop in here myself. Wake up tomorrow when it's all over. 1 severed arm, formerly belonging to Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc. Bastard ate my hand at the asylum, but I still feel sorry for him. Though then again, my hands don't grow back. Assorted weapons and tools used by the League of Assassins. Nice to see those nut jobs killing each other for a change. Patrol found a hideout used by one of the factions in their little civil war. Some of them were dead, others gone. Guess whoever owned this gear was on the losing side.
Can't tell you how grateful we are, Batman. We got our city back. Well, the breathable part, anyway.
One hell of a lot of money. Stolen from various Bank of Gotham branches across the city. I'll count this when I get time. 1 rocket launcher, acid damage coin, and twin semi-automatic handguns. Used by Harvey Dent, a.k.a. Two-Face. I hate booking in Harv. Guy's messed up, but you still see pieces of the man he used to be. And then he flips that coin and turns on you. One pig mask and butcher's knife. Used by Laszlo Valentine, a.k.a. Professor Pig. This guy's new. Mutilates his victims in order to make them perfect. I think I'm pretty enough already, thanks. One modified flare gun. 1 machine gun haphazardly duct taped to a grenade launcher. And 1 good old-fashioned baseball bat. All used by Dr. Harleen Quinzel, a.k.a. Harley Quinn. Without Joker around, Harley took over the clown's old gang. It was never gonna last. One top hat and umbrella with, yep, a hidden blade inside. Owned by Oswald Cobblepot, a.k.a. the Penguin. God bless Penguin. Gotham changes. New freaks come and go. But you can always count on that vicious little cockney to be up to something. flamethrower and jetpack. Worn by Garfield Lens, a.k.a. Firefly. Why can't Gotham have a normal pyromaniac, you know? Why does ours have to fly? Well, this is some top-of-the-line gear, used by the Arkham Knights militia. I don't know who's paying for this stuff, but they've got deep pockets. These boys are well equipped. Well, this is some top-of-the-line gear, used by the Arkham Knights militia. I don't know who's paying for this stuff, but they've got deep pockets. These boys are well equipped. One laughing gas grenade, one snare trap, and one baseball bat. All used by Dr. Harleen Quinzel, a.k.a. Harley Quinn, during a recent assault on the Bloodhaven police station. From what we gather, Scarecrow sent Harley to break out Poison Ivy from the lockup in blood. One black mask worn by Black Mask, a.k.a. Roman Sionis. Sionis never really recovered from the night of the Black Gate riots, the night Joker showed up. Roman was an old-school gangster. Joker, well, I'm not sure what he was. One ceremonial sword owned by Talia al Ghul. Miss al Ghul was a wanted terrorist and an associate of her father, Raish. But Joker got to her before we did. From what I hear, Batman put this blade to good work after she died. One Tommy gun, used by Peyton Riley, a.k.a. the ventriloquist. Or maybe the gun belongs to the puppet. I never really understood what's going on there. A selection of body parts belonging to Warren White, a.k.a. the Great White Shark. White got himself sent to Arkham on an insanity plea. He lost a few things up. One freeze ray, used by Mr. Freeze, a.k.a. Victor Freeze. We, had to stop playing with this after the commissioner caught us making ice cream. Freeze has kept quiet since leaving Arkham City. Maybe Batman finally talked some sense into him. One black mask worn by Black Mask, a.k.a. Roman Sionis. Sionis never really recovered from the night of the Black Gate riots, the night Joker showed up. Roman was an old-school gangster. Joker, well, I'm not sure what he was. One ceremonial sword owned by Talia al Ghul. Miss al Ghul was a wanted terrorist and an associate of her father, Raish. But Joker got to her before we did. From what I hear, Batman put this blade to good work after she died. One Tommy gun, used by Peyton Riley, a.k.a. the ventriloquist. Or maybe the gun belongs to the puppet. I never really understood what's going on there. One mask and jacket worn by Anarchy, a.k.a. Lonnie Machin. I wasn't even a cop when this kid tried to hit Gotham. No one's seen him since. No one knows where they're keeping him. I guess the government don't like anarchists too much. One electric charge gun used by Batman, a.k.a. We don't like to ask. Batman dropped this here with the rest of the Arkham City evidence. Nice to have some of Batman's gear in the evidence room. I hope he doesn't ask for it back. One pair of shock gloves, worn by the electrocutioner, a.k.a. Lester Buczynski. Joker hired this guy on the night of the Blackgate riots, and then he killed him. I heard Batman borrowed these for a while before handing them in. I guess he prefers beating up punks the old-fashioned way. A selection of body parts belonging to Warren White, a.k.a. the Great White Shark. White got himself sent to Arkham on an insanity plea. He lost a few things other than his mind while there. Made the new look work, though, I gotta say. A selection of body parts. One freeze ray, used by Mr. Freeze, a.k.a. Victor Freeze. We, had to stop playing with this after the commissioner caught us making ice cream. Freeze has kept quiet since leaving Arkham City. Maybe Batman finally talked some sense into him. One ventriloquist dummy, a.k.a. Scarface. This ain't the original Scarface. It's a Joker knockoff. Don't ask me why. But the clown took a liking to these creepy things. Two ceremonial swords used by Raish al Ghul. We found these at the bottom of Wonder Tower the night of Protocol 10. They were covered in blood. No body, though. One Arkham Asylum branded shock collar, worn by Killer Croc, a.k.a. Waylon Jones. We found this thing in the sewers under Arkham City. And that ain't good, because it was supposed to keep that bastard under control. One rifle and two wrist-mounted guns used by Floyd Lawton, a.k.a. Deadshot. Another guy we had to let go after Arkham City got shut down. Still, that doesn't mean he got his toys back. One custom-tailored top hat, worn by Jervis Tetch, a.k.a. the Mad Hatter. The guy's mad, all right. He tried to brainwash Batman in Arkham City. He got the Wonderland kicked out of him instead. I hated letting him go. This guy's too creepy to stay free. one stuffed bear in a canister of Titan formula. Owned by Bane, a.k.a. Unknown. We had to let Bane loose after the Arkham City fallout. Guy was messed up anyway. Serious Titan withdrawal.